Here with No Tail, BigDaddy. Is that permanent?
It's permanent.
Oh my God, it's permanent. Okay. This tournament, you know, it didn't go the way you guys wanted it to go. Why do you think, you know, that kind of thing happened? What do you think the reasons were?
Well, I think for the people that know our situation, they can guess. Like, you have a limited amount of practice with the roster. You've had a lot of things go kind of bad for you over the past month. Like, you have to get used to one style because of a player switch. Then you have to go back again to like play style switch again. It pretty much leaves you feeling really unprepared going into like this kind of tournament. All in all, I think it's not just that. There's been a bunch of things coming to this, like to this disappointing result, and I mean, there's not so much we could have done about it. I think we did try our best still, like, which is why I feel like I can still show my face. As long as you did your best, then that's that.
And what's next for you guys? Are you guys staying together? Are you guys just aiming for TI5? What's the plan? Are you not even thinking about that? Just going out, trying to take your mind off of it?
So far we haven't had the talk yet. Like last TI, you kind of, I mean, I think it goes for most teams that you have team talk what your ambitions are. It's like when you get in a group in school and you're going for a project and you want to have the same ambitions because you don't want to be like the one putting more effort into it or the most effort into it. And so far we haven't like had that talk yet, so we don't know exactly like who's gonna keep playing, who's not gonna keep playing, how much they're gonna play, if they want to keep playing. So it's all up in the air still.
But I mean, with Dota just getting bigger and bigger, probably I would guess a huge prize pool next year as well. What do you think you're gonna do?
So far I'm leaning towards playing still. How much, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm probably gonna keep playing for at least another year. Looks like, yeah, Dota will grow and there's gonna be an XTI, so I want to be a part of that.
You've been watching these matches now. Now you can give me your honest feedback about them. You don't have to hide anything. What do you think of the strategies and you know, like the picks and all that the meta game of TI? What do you think about it? It's just different or good, bad?
The meta right now is, I mean, from a spectator point of view, it's all good. Like, you have a lot of different heroes, it's versatility, it's usually active games. Like, by far the majority of games have like activity, like whether or not it's pushing with few kills or a bunch of kills without pushing or both. Like, it's very active games, so that's pretty good. And the thing about this tournament is, like, this is our first best of 3 series. I mean, we had the Liquid LGD one. Now there's the C9 LGD. Before that, it was all best of 1s. And the meta for best of 1s, I feel it's a lot different. Like, you have just teams that will go into a game with a set plan. And that could be like a pocket strat, that could be just all-out push strat that they ran well. And I feel like it's not the best way to separate the good teams from the bad teams, but it is still like you have a round robin of 15 teams. It's still a way to do it. But I still think the meta is gonna change a little bit when we go further into the tournament, because best of 1 metas, I think, are a bit different.
And what are your surprises? What did you think? Obviously, you know, you guys were expecting to do better. You guys probably expected Alliance to do a little bit better. But is everyone else kind of where you thought they would be?
No, I think this tournament, Liquid really performed. They, when we played them, we could like see the amount of energy they had in their game. They were hungry to play. And you can really tell when a team is hyped, energetic, active, and when a team is tired, down, not active, whatever. And I think, well, yeah, as you said, Alliance and us would have probably performed better if you did this whole thing again in a week.
Maybe, or in best of 3s, maybe.
Or in best of 3s, or even best of 2s. Like, that was another thing. Like, best of 1s, you end up with this who gets first pick, Dire, whatever.
Oh, right. Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Best of twos, you have in a way more quality. Anyways, yeah, Liquid did it a lot better than I thought. NAR also had a good run in the beginning, where they actually beat some of the really good teams. So this tournament has been really crazy. Vici bounced back from previous tournaments where I don't think they found their style. I mean, I think they know themselves that they're the team that wants to just, in a way, snowball. They want a 5-on-5 from the get-go, and they've always done well with that kind of play style, and whenever they tried to move away from that, they started doing bad. But then here, after losing to us at ESL and whatnot, they kind of got their shit together and came to this tournament, and now they're doing really well. I think a lot of the stuff they also learned from us, like the losses from us, because you see a lot of the same picks from their side that we had when we played them. So I think, yeah, Vici improved a lot. They learned so much really fast before this tournament.
And if you had to pick a winner?
I still think DK, if they get their internal issues sorted out, they're the team to win. I still think so. I think IG is the most stable team right now. I would not be surprised to see them win. And EG is, the way they play is really weird, and every time you look at a team fight from them, for some fucking reason, they just get their spells out 50 times. Arteezy gets to hit someone 200 times, and I think that they're candidate as well. So that would be my top three: DK, IG, and EG. Mm-hmm.
And we just watched Cloud9 pull out this last pick, Meepo, and just roll LGD with it. Only 5 heroes not picked, or 6 heroes not picked in this. It's crazy. Is Meepo going to be in the finals, you think? If you had to bet your life, would Meepo be picked in the finals?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
And how's Sing on a Meepo? You think he's good?
Yeah, he's pretty good. I think he took some lessons from Steve.
Oh yeah?
So,
okay.
Yeah, that shows.
You guys are obviously great friends outside of the game. Is it just try and keep your mind off of it, go out drinking, maybe relax a little bit, watch the games, just enjoy yourself, or do you don't even want to be near Dota the next couple days?
Oh, it's a little bit of everything. Like the biggest disappointment of this is you only have this shot once a year. So if you want to do this thing again, you want to fully commit for the next year. And that was kind of the mindset we went into this year. So you could say that we, in a way, wasted a year.
No, I mean,
you can look at it both ways,
right,
of course.
Yeah.
And the reason why you stick together for that long and you don't consider changes and all that is because you want to, first of all, be stable so you get the invite, but second of all, be stable so that you have the level of play for this tournament, because this is the tournament. You don't fucking go into the season saying, we're going to win the next BTS tournament, You go in saying you're going to go to TI and you're going to do well and you're going to go for the win. So in a way, you could look at it like it was a big disappointment because we wasted a year, but in another way, like it's not like things are bad when you just play Dota and you get money and you get to travel and all that. So like TI excluded. So I don't know. I don't want to think about this tournament, but at the same time, you got to think about this tournament and then you got to think ahead. But yeah, a lot of drinking, a lot of relaxing, a lot of just enjoying the weather while it's good.
Yeah. I think like for the people that come to multiple TIs, how many have you been to now?
I've been to 2. This is my second.
And every year you guys have been invited. Next year, who knows what's going to happen, but I imagine if you guys stay together and keep playing, that's probably another invite,
Mm-hmm.
What's going to change? What would you change about it again? Obviously, if let's say you get the roster that you want.
Well, first of all, Tal is not going to play support anymore. He wants to play carry, and I think he should. I have a lot of consideration to what I want to play, what I like, how you want to approach it this time. Like, we have not ever had an actual captain for a team. I'm not just talking an in-game captain. I think that's still up in the air, but someone that makes big decisions outside. Like, the problem a lot lot of teams suffer from is players that fall down in motivation, and like when you're not motivated, nothing works. Like if you can have all the talent in the world and all the dedication in the world, but as long as you're not motivated, you're not going to use either. You're not going to use your time, you're not going to use your talent, you're not going to do anything with it. And that's kind of what we've also suffered from throughout the year and previous years, like, and a lot of teams have. And I think that's something I would like to approach differently this year. The whole when someone falls down in level of motivation, because it drags down an entire team like immensely. And I think that's why IG is able to get to a level of stability that they're at right now. If you look at the game, like every game they have, it's very what do you call it, disciplined. Like you have the same kind of movements, but it's all like you don't see someone just running somewhere randomly. They're
untiltable.
Untiltable. It's just very disciplined play, and I think it got to that because they were hungry to play, they were all motivated, and they practiced for a longer period of time without someone falling off.
Okay. All right. You know, this is not. I know you're. This is not the most fun interview. You guys are talking about you know, losses, not doing as well as you wanted to, but you know, I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking the time. So
with a band.
let's do. You have any shout outs, words for fans, any kind of thing like that?
Yeah, shout out to all the fans that have been supporting us, and to everyone that tries to understand or understood our situation that we've had and just things we've been struggling with for the past month and a half. Shout out to all the tournaments that we've been to and TI, because it's been a great experience, all of them, and yeah, shout out to alcohol for making me feel better.
Okay. Well, hopefully we get to see you at Key Arena in the audience. You know, I'll look for you. We can hang out a little bit and
I got the
watch the game.
I got the All-Star
Oh yeah, that's true. That's right. You got that. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for the interview, and you know, I hope we see you next year.
Thanks for having me.